Hello everybody, welcome back to the 5 Awesome Geeks. My name is Dylan, and this week we are talking about our current favorite video games. La 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 la. I love Story of Seasons, Trio of Towns. So I am basically a 3DS fanatic. Since I got the 3DS a few years ago, that's all that I've been playing recently. I literally have no other system but that. So I am going to be talking about my top 5 current favorite 3DS games. And these are all games that came out within the last 5 years, just barely. The first game I want to talk about is exactly 5 years old now, and that game is Mario Kart 7. Now, I didn't play this as much as Mario Kart DS, which is my most played game pretty much on that system, but I did play the heck out of this when I first got it. I haven't played it in a really long time, but I do remember really loving Mario Kart throughout my entire life, and just in general right currently, because it's still a fun game to play. I love playing it with friends and fighting over who wins, and just all of the shenanigans that goes on in this game is so fun and so frustrating and so horrible. I have killed so many friends, and this is quite possibly the best iteration of Mario Kart I've ever played. Possibly. I really liked Mario Kart DS though, because I could play Shy Guy, and I love Shy Guy. I forget if you can play as Shy Guy in this one. I don't think so. I think you can play as Dry Bones, though. I always really like playing Dry Bones as in this game. Moving ahead a couple of years to 2013, I want to talk about possibly my absolute favorite game on the system, and that is Animal Crossing New Leaf. Yeah, I've played this game for over 300 hours, and I'm not ashamed to admit that because I had so much fun. I played this for literally over a year with my friends, Melissa and Tanja. I love them, and I love playing this game with them and experiencing it with them. That was one of the most awesome things I could ever want in life. And it's just a really relaxing, fun simulation game where you are the mayor of this town and you basically do little events and missions for the villagers in your town. And it's so fun, and Biscuits is my favorite villager of all time. I love him so much. He's my favorite, and he will always be my baby. The next year, one of the most insanely amazing RPGs came out on the system. Possibly my favorite RPG of all time. It is Fantasy Life. This was produced by Level 5, and it is one of the best RPG fantasy games I've ever played in my life. What's really unique about this game is that you can play as... You don't play as like a wizard or a sorcerer or a warrior. You can actually switch lives. So you can change from being a paladin to being a beautiful baker. And that's what makes this game so unique. It has so much to offer, so many levels, so many wonderful experiences. This is possibly one of the longest games on the system besides Animal Crossing New Leaf. And I really loved it a lot. It's one of the greatest games on the system, and if you haven't played it yet, you absolutely have to. It is so brilliant. Now we're getting into 2016 games, which is the most current game on the system. Or at least one of them. It's my favorite game in this franchise. At least I believe it is. I have a tough time choosing because I love this franchise so much. Let's stop beating around the bush. Let's talk about Pokemon Sun and Moon. Now, I absolutely loved Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire so much. That was one of my favorite games. Ruby and Sapphire being one of my favorite games on the Game Boy Advanced. And I loved the new version. But this game really improved on the Pokemon franchise. It made it a very different experience. It was similar, obviously, because it is a Pokemon game, but the way that they went about with the trials and the kind of Hawaiian island aspect is so cool and so innovative and just different. And I really liked how they did that on this system. Also, you can't go wrong with adorable Pokemon! Oh my god, Alolan Vulpix is so great, and Rockruff. I love them so much. So if you haven't played Pokemon Sun or Moon yet, I highly recommend it. It is quite possibly the best Pokemon game we've ever gotten, and I absolutely adore it. It is so wonderful and so fun, and I just really, I want to play it again. It's so wonderful. Now for my current favorite game on the system, what I'm absolutely obsessed with and was playing like literally 5 minutes ago until now. I love Story of Seasons, Trio of Towns. This game just came out about a month ago, and I've been playing it for a month straight. I have not stopped. I can't stop. It is so addicting. And I am so surprised that this is now my favorite game, like farming simulation game, because for the longest time I was so impressed with Story of Seasons. I loved that game so much, and this one improved on it even further. It is so fantastic. Essentially, you play as a boy or a girl, and you go off on your own little journey to start your own farm. Your parents are not very, or rather your father is not very accepting of this, and you decide to go off on your own and have your own little adventure and start a farm and grow crops and raise cattle and livestock. And it is so great. You get so much out of this game. There's so much fun. It's so addicting. It's done so much better than the first game. And also, the cast of beautiful characters is wonderful. So if you have not played this game and if you love Harvest Moon games, highly recommend this one. It is one of the greatest games on the system. The best game that's come out in the past few months. Well, I guess, yeah, in general. I just love this game, and it's so good. So there you have it, guys. Those are my 5 favorite 3DS games and current favorite video games. And if you played any of these, let me know what you thought of them in the comments below. I'd love to talk to you guys about them. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching our channel. We really appreciate it. And please have a wonderful day. Melissa, we will see you tomorrow.